That's kind of the key word with the Lynx is consistency, right? And that's the opposite of the Aces. Obviously, they're on the second leg of back-to-back games. They did lose yesterday. You talk about inconsistencies. They're on a pretty decent run right before the All-Star break. They had three straight wins. They beat Atlanta by 15. Like I said, they ended up losing yesterday without Caitlin Clark for the Fever. I mean, I didn't think they were going to look ahead to this game here today, but the way that they looked yesterday, that's kind of like what it seems. And you talked about the consistency on the Lynx side. Only 4 losses on the season. They're really the best team in the league right now. The Liberty did pick up some players to boost their depth. So I mean, I think they're like 1A, 1B right now. But in this is going to be their second matchup between these two teams here. Last month, the Lynx beat the Aces 76 to 62, but Asia wasn't in the lineup. So having her back this time around is going to be a big boost. From an offensive rating standpoint, there's a 16-point gap when she's on the court versus when she's off the court. With that being said, I think this is, especially the line here, the double-digit line that I think it opened at 11. Obviously, it's moving down to 9.5. I think if you look at odds logic right now, but I think the Aces, I think they're too talented, too well coached to be double-digit underdogs, especially after a loss and with Asia available. I think the line is a bit inflated just for multiple reasons. The off a loss, second back-to-back with travel, Lynx having the best record. They look dominant off the All-Star break with a 23-point win. But yeah, I think that line is a little bit inflated. Both teams actually, if you look at the books, teams on the second leg of back-to-back games this season, they've been undervalued all season long. Teams in this spot 10-3 ATS so far this season, including 7-0 ATS if they're off a loss like the Aces are. So from a matchup standpoint, the Lynx, they really rely heavily on the above the break threes. But over the last 5 games, the Aces have been top 3 defending that area. So matchup wise, situational, it kind of looks towards the Aces here to cover the number.
I like it. I don't know if you saw a huge line movement on the over. Thing opened at like 157. That's all the way up to almost 162. It's at 161 and a half. Any value in playing the over at this point, or has all the value been taken out?
Yeah, I mean, I think the value is taken now. I honestly think it's going in the wrong direction, and we see this a lot, especially in the small markets. People betting a specific way. I think there's a lot of things kind of to me pointing towards the under, trend wise, matchup wise, situational. Or if you look at the Lynx, they're 8-4-1 to the under when playing at home. If you look at the Aces, they're 6-0 to the under as underdogs. So they show up defensively in this situation, and off of these losses too, Becky Hammond really gets their team going. Aces on the road after a loss, 6-0 to the under. As underdogs after a loss, 3-0 to the under. And I mentioned defensively because in all those games, their opponents stayed under their team total. They just show up in this situation. So I actually think it's going in the wrong direction. Coach Hammond gets them back on track defensively here.
Love it. I have a new retirement plan. It's to bet on the Chicago Sky team total under when Angel Reese is not in the lineup.
Yep.
26 points at halftime last night, Ronald.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say, but when Angel Reese isn't playing, the Chicago Sky are terrible on offense. That's not really the narrative, but I mean, numbers don't lie. When she's not in there, they are terrible on offense.
Yeah, I mean those second chance opportunities are huge for them. Whether she's making the layups or not, she gives them more opportunities to score. So yeah, that's a big loss for them. I know obviously Cardoso does her thing. She's a big that is able to get those second chance opportunities too. But them combined, I think is just a big factor. So taking one out and the other one in, it doesn't help as much.
No, absolutely. So, all right, Ronald, what do you have up for everyone this weekend?
Yeah, we have some promos. I think someone mentioned it in the chat, but there's a combo with myself and Ross Benjamin for a 1 year deal. I have my own 1 year all access deal that's like $99 a month. A lot of things going really well right now. Number one all time in the WNBA, going for a third straight number one finish. I actually already passed last season's total profits. This season, I have over 86 units of profit in the WNBA. So I mean, if you're looking for whether it's WNBA or All Access, I think either way you can't go wrong. I'm also number one all time in 5% plays. I think a lot of people have been hitting me up with those. We're 42-11 over the last 3 years in 5% plays, so that's 80%. So a lot of things going really well today. two 4% plays in the WNBA, and those have been really hot. 29 and 4 on WNBA plays rated 4% or greater. So today, couple plays checked all the boxes.